Tonight, you'll get into bed, pull the blanket up, and within an hour, you'll do something strange without thinking about it. You'll stick one foot out into the cold, maybe a whole leg, maybe you'll kick the blanket off entirely at 3 a.m. and never remember doing it. You're not restless. You're not broken. Your body is running a 300,000-year-old instruction, and it's looking for something your bedroom took away. That foot isn't an accident. It's a vent. Right now, whether you can feel it or not, your body is preparing to cool itself down. Your core temperature, the temperature deep inside you, around your organs, isn't fixed. It runs on a daily cycle, rising through the afternoon and falling at night, and it has to fall by roughly 1 to 2 degrees Fahrenheit before your brain will let you fall asleep. That drop isn't a side effect of sleeping. It's the trigger. The cooling comes first. The sleep follows. So your body has a problem to solve every single night. It has to dump heat. And it has a clever, ancient way of doing it. Here's the part almost nobody knows. To lower the temperature deep in your core, your body pushes warm blood out to the very edges of you, your hands and your feet. The blood vessels there widen, the skin flushes, and heat radiates off your extremities into the air. Your hands and feet are, quite literally, the radiators of the human body. That warmth you feel in your feet right before you drift off isn't cozy comfort. It's your core temperature being pumped out through your soles so your brain can finally power down. Now you know why the foot comes out from under the blanket. Your body is opening a valve. It's looking for cold air to bleed heat into, and the sealed warmth of the blanket is in the way. You don't decide to do it. Something older than you does. In 1999, a Swiss research team led by Kurt Kreutzsche published a study in the journal Nature with a title that sounds like a contradiction. Warm feet promote the rapid onset of sleep. They measured the temperature gap between people's cores and their hands and feet, and they found that this single measurement, how much heat was flowing out to the extremities, was the best physical predictor of how fast someone fell asleep. The wider the body opened its radiators, the faster sleep came, cooling the core by warming the edges. That's the mechanism, sitting quietly inside you every night of your life. But the cooling trick isn't the strange part. The strange part is what your body does when that ancient signal goes searching for a cold that isn't there anymore. And we'll get to that. First, you have to leave the bedroom entirely and go back to where this program was written. For over 300,000 years, your ancestors did not sleep in a heated room. They slept in caves, in shelters, under open sky, in a world with no thermostat and no off switch for the weather. And every single day, that world did the same thing. The sun went down and the temperature dropped. In the open country of early human history, the difference between afternoon and the dead of night could be 20, 30 degrees or more. As the air cooled, their bodies cooled with it. The falling temperature was the signal. It was the most reliable clock on Earth, and evolution wired the human sleep system directly into it. Think about what that means. Your body never learned to fall asleep on its own. It learned to fall asleep as the world got colder. Cold wasn't an obstacle to rest. Cold was the permission slip. For 10,000 generations, dropping temperature meant the same thing it had always meant. The day is over. You are safe enough. Let go. And here's where it gets strange. That ancient advice, warm your feet to sleep faster, is the same thing your grandmother told you. Wear socks to bed. And she was right, but not for the reason anyone thinks. Warm socks don't keep heat in. They open the blood vessels in your feet and help your body push core heat out faster. The folk wisdom and the nature study are describing the exact same trick. Warm the edges to cool the center. Your great-great-grandmother knew the answer. She just didn't know why it worked. Sleep scientists today have landed on a number for the ideal bedroom temperature, and it surprises almost everyone who hears it. Around 65 degrees Fahrenheit, about 18 Celsius. Cold enough that most people, told to sit in a room that temperature, would reach for a sweater. That's not a quirk or a preference. That's the setting your body has been asking for the whole time. That's the cave. So what went wrong? Why does almost everyone you know sleep badly? Look at where you sleep tonight. A sealed room, walls that hold heat, a vent somewhere pushing warm air in all winter long, a thick blanket, a partner radiating warmth beside you, maybe an electric heater humming in the corner because the room felt cold when you got in. Every single one of those things is comfortable, and every single one of them is fighting your body's oldest instruction. You built a room designed to trap heat, and then you climbed into it and asked your body to throw heat away. Your bedroom and your biology want opposite things. This is the quiet trap of modern comfort. The warm, still, sealed room feels like the safest place to sleep. It feels like the reward at the end of a long day, but your body doesn't read it as safety. It reads it as a problem. The radiator's open, the heat has nowhere to go, the core won't fall, and the trigger never fires. So you lie there, warm and tired and wide awake, and you blame yourself. You tell yourself you're bad at sleeping. You're not. You're a cave dweller trapped in a furnace, and your body is doing exactly what it was built to do in a world that no longer exists. We did this to ourselves slowly, and we called it progress every step of the way. Central heating, insulation, the sealed window, the electric blanket, each one a small victory over the cold our ancestors feared, and each one another wall between you and the falling temperature your body still waits for every night. We spent thousands of years learning to keep the cold out. We never stopped to ask whether some part of us still needed it. And it does. The proof is in your own bed every night. It's in the foot you push out from under the blanket without deciding to. It's in the way you flip the pillow to the cool side and feel something in you relax. It's in the strange relief of a cold room on a hot night. Those aren't preferences. They're memories, written into your body long before you were born, by ancestors who fell asleep as the world went dark and cold around them, safe enough, finally, to let go. Every human who has ever lived carried this same instruction. The ones in the caves, the ones under the open sky, the ones who never once in their entire lives slept in a room that stayed the same temperature all night. For 300,000 years, the cold tucked our species in. It was the last thing the world did for you before you slept. So tonight, when you slide one foot out into the cool air at the edge of the bed, you'll know what it is. It isn't restlessness. It's a body still reaching for a cave it has never seen, in a world it was never built for, doing the one thing it has always known how to do. Letting the heat go, waiting for the cold, waiting to be told, the way it always was, that the day is finally over,